I was listening to
Why is my
Talking
mic all the way
Baseball
over?
today, and they had one guy. I didn't finish it. I don't know what happened the rest of the episode, but the one guy that called in for the Toronto Blue Jays,
Oh God.
and the whole thing, it was like spring training storylines for each team. And the one guy called in for us and said, "Well, yeah, there's really like our lineup's not very good, so there isn't really a lot of storylines there. But like the one thing for me is like who's gonna get the five spot? Like there's a battle between like Manoa or Tiedemann, or they brought in Yariel Rodriguez. I gotta be honest,
This five spot,
I,
it's not a competition.
I could not care less about that entire situation. It's Alec Manoa's spot, and everybody else is just there.
Like, unless Alec completely shits the bed this entire spring training, it's his.
Yeah.
That's
If
the thing,
Alec
right?
Manoa is 80% of the pitcher that he can be, then he's walking away with the five spot. Like it's not even close.
I
Yeah.
don't think so, but he has options. That's the only thing against
So do
him.
all of them.
No, Mitch White doesn't.
Yeah, Mitch White's not winning the
I
spot.
don't think he's got a.
Snowball's chance.
Who the fuck's the other guy? And Francis.
Francis.
Francis has no options.
His options.
He's one, I
Right.
think.
So
Keynote that you guys missed on the Rodriguez contract last week, though.
Mm.
He
He
has
only
options this
has
year.
an option this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know that. I just man, welcome back to the Flight Deck podcast. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It just doesn't make any sense to me, dude. Like it's Alec Manoa is going to be given every single opportunity to try and prove that with his new body and everything going on, that he is the pitcher that he was 2 years ago. And I think he's got a damn good chance to do that, man. And like realistically, you're looking at how old's Ricky Tiedemann now? 21?
21, 22.
21. Like
Like,
he's not going to crack your opening day roster. It just doesn't make sense contract wise, even if he was good enough to do it. Bowden Francis is good. I don't know if he's good enough to be an everyday starter in the MLB just yet.
according to Chris Bassett,
He might, yeah, he
Jay's
could
got
be.
7 starters.
He could be. And Yariel Rodriguez has never
Who's
started a
the
game
other
in the
one?
majors before.
I think he said it was the 5. It was Ricky.
It was
You mentioned
Ricky
and
and
Bowden
Francis. He said,
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them has to come up this year and they end up being our number one starter. He goes, their stuff is that nasty.
I'd say Ricky.
Which
Like,
it's possible. But I heard Bowden's not bad, man. Like I like his makeup, but none of them are gonna be fucking.
He's
Alec
apparently. Someone said on Blair and Barker. Apparently, Bowden Francis is learning a splitter.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So
They were talking about
and Nate too. Nate Pearson too is also learning a
Yeah, I
splitter.
saw that, but I thought it. Who's the guy that Buck said he thinks he can be really good? Cook? Connor?
Apparently, he
Cook?
could win the dunk
Maybe?
contest.
No,
Yeah,
then it wasn't. That fucking.
It's probably very unrelated to
Buck
what you're
Martinez,
saying.
Chad Dallas.
Yeah, sorry, Chad Dallas.
Chad Dallas.
Chad
I
Dallas.
thought it was him that was learning a split and not
Could be.
Francis. I might be wrong.
Francis is also for sure. I know Francis is for sure. Chad Dallas might also be learning one.
If we're just team splitter now, I'm so fine. Like,
You've got
why
the best
not,
splitter
man?
in the league. Why not
We
have
have-
him teach it to other
you have a
guys?
guy to learn from. You might as
two
well
of the
use
best
it.
guys that throw the splitter. Him and
Yeah,
Swan-
in
Dawson
different
and
grips too.
Swanson.
Like if you need it differently, like you can go to either guy and be like, if that one's not working for me, can I try yours?
Yeah. And Kevin's just like, hey, do you like bleeding?
Yeah. How do you feel about manicures every 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
This
know. I
is
just
weird.
at the end of the day, this conversation makes no sense to me.
The story is not the 5th spot. The story is the fuck is 2nd and 3rd base.
Yes, that's what I
That's
mean. I'm
the
like,
story.
there's so many other things going on in this team.
I don't think second base is a story.
I think
It's who's going to start
because a lot of the guys that are in conversation for 3rd are in conversation for
for
2nd.
second. Yeah.
Like, well, half of them.
See, the
anyway.
difference is they can all play second base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
We
know,
have
but
not
I think
seen
it just
any of
depends
them
on who's
actually play
going where.
third base for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
That is the issue.
Like, of the 6 or 7 guys that they have right now, I think 4 of them could play 3rd. Like 3 or 4 of them that are
Consistently,
in that crop.
or are we just talking like they can do it?
I think all 7 of them could probably do it, but like 4 of them you could throw them over there and not.
David Schneider very much does not have the arm to do it. I didn't realize that until I looked up his StatCast numbers. He's got like an average velocity of like 77.
I'd say 3.5 depending on the day. I'd say Turner, you're fine over there. IKF, you're fine over there. Eduardo Escobar, who they brought in, he's fine over there. He's fine. He's fine. You're not panicking.
He's bad.
Brant, you're not.
He's not good at third
Brant,
base.
Brant, I'm saying you're not panicking.
Did we put that on here? Yeah, we did. He's
And then-
not good at third base,
and then
dude. Like
Espinal,
he's
depending on the day.
horrible at third base.
Is he that
He's got a minus 13 outs above average in the last 3 years. At third, just at third. In like 200 innings. He's not a third baseman. I know they'll probably have him play there, but he's not a good third baseman.
I don't think he's gonna kill you.
I
Like-
think he might.
He's not gonna play every day.
No,
No,
like,
even if
it's-
he might not even make the
third baseman.
team. Like,
It's probably it makes sense as a bat off the bench against lefties.
Yeah, no, that's
Because
fine.
I am
I'm
taking
fine
him over
there.
Espinal any day.
yes.
Not
also-
last year's version of him, but
He had a bad year last year.
so did. I mean, I'd love to say so did Espinal, but that might just
Me.
be what he is.
Well, Eduardo Escobar had a 769 OPS against lefties last year. So
Yeah, that's good.
that's what he's here for. Like,
But I don't think lefty hitters was like, or guys that face lefties were really a problem. Like it
Yeah,
seems
but
like every time somebody talks about this team, it's like, oh, we're missing lefty hitters. Now it's like, oh, we got a guy that can hit lefties. It's like, no, that's backwards on what we're looking for here. Like we have a bunch of righties that are good guys are all righties.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the other guy that we brought in mashes the fuck out of right-handed pitching. The big boy Daniel Vogelbach.
I don't
And-
get this move either, to be honest.
It's a bench bat, dude.
Sure. So is Luke Voigt, who went the same day. And I trust Luke Voigt's ceiling a hell of a lot more than I
He
do
may
Daniel
just not want to be
Vogelbach's.
in Toronto.
Right.
Possibly. Sure. We don't know what happened in any of these meetings. We don't know if they talked to Luke Voigt, but like if you're looking at a guy that can DH and maybe play a position, I'm going to Luke Voigt before I'm going to Daniel Vogelbach, especially because they both went on minor league deals.
Splits.
Okay. Do you think either of these two make opening day roster?
I think one, not both.
I don't think either.
I think Eduardo Escobar does.
I think
I'm
it's-
so done with Espinal. He has no role in this team.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
he,
He is-
didn't have a
he-
role before
he-
they signed Escobar.
He is the worst defender of the guys vying for those bench. Maybe not if Schneider's in the bench role. He's not the best
Not as-
defender. He's not speed. He's not contact. He's not power.
power.
Like what does he bring to the table?
that you can't find in the guys that have already played on the team, the three guys that you brought in, and the 4 or 5 guys that are coming up. Like,
Of the 7 guys in competition, he's the only one to be on an all-star team.
what do you mean?
That's it.
Eduardo
Not including
Escobar.
Turner. Escobar was an okay, sorry.
Yes, Escobar's been an
My bad.
all-star.
One of 2 guys to play
I
on an
can't-
all-star team.
In the year 2020, IKF would have been an all-star because he won a gold glove at third. And but
I don't know, man.
Wasn't he
But-
an all-star in Texas?
I feel like he was one of the
Maybe.
years.
I'm
but,
looking it up right now.
Okay.
like because
Um,
it sounds wrong, but like
It doesn't make sense. To your
No.
point, though, Nate, like he didn't really have a spot
He was not
before
an all-star.
Escobar came here. Fair. So what's the difference between him before and him like Escobar? Escobar's going to come in and take whose spot? Like I don't
We
think
haven't fucking traded him yet. Why is he still in the roster? That's the
you got to
difference. That's why I'm
showcase him a little
confused.
bit and hope he has a good spring. Maybe I think
I'm-
that could be part of it.
I'm convinced he's the Gritchick. He's the
Yeah.
Gritchick.
I think that's a lot of what it is.
He has to be the Gritchick.
I think his value is also lower than it could get. Like I don't think it's going to get lower than what it is right now, but I think it can get higher with a good spring. And I
Yeah.
think that's when you trade him.
But the thing is, if he has a good spring, they'd be like, "Why would we
We
get?
could
rid
just
of
use
him?
him.
We could use him." Like
I think they're smarter than that.
because
I just there's no spot for me where
because
who is Escobar taking off this team?
Who is your extra bench? Like, who's your bench then if it's not Espinal?
Well, who's your
You still have
starters?
one more spot.
Who we starting? Let's
Who
just
you starting?
clarify that.
Okay.
Just-
right
just
now,
Is Turner
Just say
DHing?
IKF.
I'm
and-
saying Turner's DHing, IKF's
then
playing third,
third,
Biggio's
and-
playing second.
okay. So,
So
Davis.
Yep.
Or Varsho?
No, it's Davis.
It's well, they want him in left.
Fine. Just say against right-handed pitching.
Maybe Varsho goes to right, and it's changed a
Like
lot. But
Davis on the bench.
They want him to be able to play left against righties.
right, so
Davis, one catchers.
Horwitz right now.
Horwitz, and I'd take Clement over
Me too.
Despinal. Like
Me too.
Okay, so what did you say? Davis,
Davis, Horwitz,
catcher.
Clement.
yeah,
Kirk.
Dave. Yeah, Davis, whoever's not catching that day, Horowitz, Clement, and that's what you usually have four or five
How
man
many
bench.
do you have on the bench?
You don't have an
four.
outfielder.
I have 4 right now.
Davis is your outfielder. right
Davis
now.
is your outfielder.
We don't have a fourth outfielder.
We
right
don't,
now.
dude. The fourth one on the
We still have
40
Lucas,
man.
don't we?
Yes, but like
Maybe. So
he's still on
Lucas
the
cracks
Lucas is
the
still on the
roster?
40. Is it a 5-man bench? There's a 4.
I think like Biggio's your fourth outfielder at this point.
that too. Yeah, that's
That too. Like he's kind of your 4th and 5th.
It's between Davis
taking-
and Cav to play the last outfield
I'm
spot.
taking Escobar over Clement.
I don't know.
I mean,
if
I didn't even mention Escobar. Like, yeah, Escobar. Like Clement, Escobar.
I don't
Clement.
know.
Here's the thing.
Or Horowitz.
I think the floor of value. I think the floor of value and usage for Espinal is lower. The ceiling for ability with Escobar is way higher. Like,
if I'm going currently today on February 21st, after what I saw from Eduardo Escobar last year, just taking that in, I don't really want to play Eduardo Escobar. Now, that my opinion could change.
Want to play
as
Santiago Espinal?
I didn't have him on my bench. I don't want him really either. But looking at it, I trust what Clement did in the last month of the season a hell of a lot more than what I saw out of Eduardo Escobar. Now, that could change on Sunday. Like if Eduardo Escobar comes in and has 2 great games, I could be like, okay, well maybe he's found it and it was just an off year.
The thing is,
this is no. Sorry, 1 second, Connor. This is kind of my point. Like Escobar brings something that none of those other guys on the bench do, unless Jano's on your bench and maybe Schneider. He brings legit pop and the ability to mash lefties.
But can we say that for certain right now?
I mean,
the lefty thing, yes, but like the legit pop right now.
How many do you have last year? 9 or 10 or something.
It's 6, but he played how many games?
110, I think it was.
110.
He was coming as a pinch hitter most of the time, though, wasn't he? Like, what were his ABs?
His ABs 288.
Yeah, that's not 110 games. That's like 50.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man. I'm giving him a shot, especially since I'm pretty sure Clement has options. Like, if Escobar is useless for the first 2-3 weeks, get rid of him then.
Yeah. Like,
Ernie Clement had an 885 OPS last year. Very limited sample size,
Ernie
obviously.
Clement to do that again. Like, my point is, you have Davis, you have Cavan, you have IKF, and then you're keeping Clement is now the argument over Espinal, let's say. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When is Clement getting playing time?
He's not. But when is Escobar getting playing time?
Like,
yes, he's coming in to hit. Okay, so is Justin Turner not a righty?
Off the bench.
Doesn't Turner DHing.
Okay.
You also have 3 lefties that don't hit lefties particularly well.
Yeah. There are days where you can easily roll out like a 8-man right-handed lineup against the lefty, like at least. Because you want Kiermaier, Varsho, and center still.
Yeah.
Like,
so you slide Cavan, or no, sorry, you'd slide Schneider out to left.
You'd put Davis at second.
Yeah, Davis at 2. Or apparently they want to put.
No.
Do you guys just put Schneider at second
Davis
and left?
Davis and
sorry. No, you're confusing me because you said fucking Schneider first.
Yeah.
IKF's probably playing 2 for you. And then you can put Escobar at 3.
I think you put Turner at 3 and DH Escobar, honestly.
That's fine. I'm saying
either way.
That's the bats, how I would construct that lineup bats wise.
And Espinal's main thing still doesn't get in there.
No, I don't think Espinal doesn't have a spot. Espinal doesn't have a spot on this team, even if Escobar's not here.
Yeah.
There's just no role for him anymore. I think
sorry.
If we're gonna be honest about this, I'm still with it.
Okay.
But if we're being honest about this, I think there's still a move that could be made that changes this entire makeup.
Because like
they're making one more move.
Yes.
Before opening day.
Yeah. And like Ross Atkins brought up like we talked about it last week, the idea of addition through subtraction.
Mm-hmm.
Santiago Espinal, he just basically said, "Bye, Santi." Like, get the fuck out. Like,
it's very clear that they're not done talking to Matt Chapman.
Very clear. Like, and we don't know the Bellinger market, but I'm like 5% chance that he's coming here. Like,
it's always possible there. Like, one of those moves is going to change the entire thought process we just had, and then you're looking at half these guys not having a roster spot.
Yeah.
You could all like there's still a chance on JD, man.
Yeah.
If he's willing to take 1 year, 10 million or something,
If they're
he is
comfortable playing
100% in my
Turner at
lineup.
third,
I don't know if it consistently at third. Like
I don't know if I am, but
How much are you paying IKF to essentially be a bench player? Like
10,
7.5, seven and a half.
Okay,
Yeah.
7.5. You wouldn't rather you could have JD as a bench player, fucking play between him and Turner. They play,
yeah, I don't think
neither of them
JD's
play
going to
every day.
take money to be
I-
a bench player though.
Yeah, but I think JD, like from all the reporting that went out before the whole silence, he's a Met. He's probably going to be a Met. Like,
Don't, why?
Probably going to be an Angel. Apparently, Mike Trout wants everybody now.
God damn it, Mike Trout.
I don't know. I think the most likely scenario here is Matt Chapman.
Of the big names. Like,
Yeah, like there's just no chatter on anyone else.
Yeah.
Like the Giants were in, but I don't know if they're still hanging around after Soler.
Throw him a 1 year 25. I'm sure he takes it
Sure.
at this point.
Throw
It's
him
kind of-
28, 29. I don't
It's
really
kind of
care
a
if it's
weird
1 year.
concept, but this is my thought process towards it at least.
Mhm.
Like it was a weird offseason, and it seems like there's a lot of teams who are kind of in between on prospects at third base, particularly.
Yeah.
You look at like um Morel with the
Yeah.
Cubs, who
Mhm.
kind of could be a player. You look at the way KC's kind of spent,
Mm-hmm.
They
could
also
have been a
have
player, but they've got Mikel Franco, I think.
Michael Garcia. Close enough.
Garcia. Yeah,
Close
no,
enough.
Franco is a Philly.
Franco did used to play there, but Garcia, who they're actually very high on. Like,
Yeah. The Giants, like Wilmer Flores was their best offensive piece last
Mhm.
year. He plays third base.
they also still have JD Davis, if I'm not mistaken, who plays third base and had a really good
Yeah.
offensive year.
Like there's just
The
not
Mariners
really
went out
there's
and made 2 moves for third baseman,
they
if I'm
traded.
not mistaken.
They
well,
traded.
they
Urias.
traded
Urias
the D-backs got Suarez, right?
Yeah.
The D-backs got Suarez, but
But they picked up it's Luis Arias and someone else, right?
They brought in Caballero too, I think. Like,
Luis Arias?
no,
Am
they
I
didn't bring
wrong?
in Caballero. Luis or Urias, not
Is it
Arias.
It's the same thing.
Arias is Miami.
No, they're very
Luis,
different.
Luis
What the fuck's the
Arias.
difference? It's spelled the same way.
No, it's not.
It's Urias.
That's
Arias
Arias.
is Arraez.
Oh, whatever. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same damn thing. URIAS is who we're looking at.
Yes, but like he's
You
Is
threw
it
me
not
for
Luis?
such a loop.
Either way, they brought in 2 third base options.
Next year, I don't know who else is a free agent, but Bregman for sure. And
Mhm.
they kind of, from reports, I don't know if they're too keen on keeping him,
He's Boris Klein. He's leaving.
right?
He's testing.
So
like
Chappie fits there.
Mhm.
And
There's options next year, I think, more
who's
than this year.
who's the Japanese guy? Murakami?
oh Murakami, dude, he's coming. I
Yeah.
think he's coming in a year or two. Like
No, I think it's next year. So I think he's part of
I want
that.
him,
I think
dude.
he's part of that. Like that, you know what I mean, though? There's more options, so more teams are going to allocate money to that than this year. They
next
were
year.
like, we're
It's
good.
Shohei or bust this year, and a lot of teams.
It was
just decided
Shohei and
nothing.
It was Shohei Yamamoto or bust. And
But
they both went to
position
the
player
Dodgers.
wise, it was just Shohei, and that was pretty much
It's
it.
Shohei and then Bellinger, which is like
Was just like 3
If
tiers
you
lower.
yeah,
kind of count Soto, not
Mhm.
free agent, but
Yeah,
still
but-
off-season
Yeah, but just
move.
spending money wise, that's all you had.
I think
don't-
it's not a bad idea for both sides.
No, it just makes sense. Like he had a down year last year. You can potentially pick up value if you come out and you have even a better year than you did. Like you don't have to be back to the greatest Matt Chapman you'll ever see, but if you're above what he was last year, then I think you're looking at making closer to what you want money wise. I think you step into this year, you take 25 to 29 million dollars, take 30 million dollars. I don't really care, and
That's
you
the
just play
thing.
that 1 year out.
That's the thing I think Scott Boras is completely failing on here is people aren't like Matt Chapman. We all know the defense is there. It's like, how much are you actually willing to pay for defense?
Mhm.
And for how
So,
long? Like
Bob Nightingale was on
FT. I did some bit of
FT and then Blair and Barker today, and they touched on it both times. But apparently, one executive told him, like jokingly, we're just going to give Scott Boras $300 million and tell him we want it was either 2 or 3 players and just see what he gives us.
And I think someone else brought it up. It's like, what if, say, the Yankees go to Scott Boras and it's like, all right, here's 5 years, 150. For either Snell or Montgomery, who's Boras calling first to give him that? Like,
Monty.
No, because I don't think Monty's going back.
yeah, but like
That's
that.
a good point.
The point is that though, it's just like I don't
I
fucking
don't
know
think
anymore.
Snell's taking that money.
Well,
though.
and they talked about it on, I think it was Blair and Barker, and they were like, "What do you do though?" Because it's like the same markets for both groups of guys. Like Chapman and Belly kind of have the same markets,
I think,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
Snell and Monty both have the same markets. So if a team comes to you and says, "Hey, we want Monty," and they
Mm.
get Monty, Snell's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" If a
Mhm.
team comes to him and goes, "Hey, we want Chappie," fucking Belly's gonna go to him and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
the more that I'm like reading into shit, I genuinely only think the Cubs have a serious offer in for Bellinger,
Yeah.
and they're just waiting it out. Like,
This may be kind of conspiracy theory, but is this like a reckoning on Scott Boras this year? Like our team is finally like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
it's
he's
Let's
done this
hope
to us for how
not.
many years? Like,
No,
let's
done.
no,
hope
let's
not.
hope not.
It'll because it's only going to get worse next year if that's the
No,
case.
no,
Like, it's only going to get
because
worse.
then there are very much a lot of legal issues that arise from that
Yeah,
that could lead to another strike and a whole
Yeah.
lot of bad stuff for the game of baseball
yeah.
because that's called collusion and it's not good.
I mean, I don't know if they're doing it intentionally, like all together, but like at some point, maybe, like
I don't think
maybe.
Yeah,
so.
because you even have a
You
few
look at
GMs that are basically just like, yeah, we're done. Like,
look at the Harper Machado year. They both signed him in March.
yeah,
Yeah, but
but
that's
that's
still before spring.
also it's
Just no,
positional.
it's not.
They
I
were
think
before spring.
No,
Harper's was like a week before spring.
no, they started games.
Were they?
He was in March, dude.
I could be
yeah.
wrong.
Also, another thing that people have brought up is the Belly and Chapman can kind of wait it out more than Snell and Montgomery because like they're technically behind. Like Snell and Montgomery, like they need the time in camp
Mhm.
to get their shit going. Like,
Mhm.
yes, you can
See,
do it by yourself, but like if you're going to a new team and all that shit, like you need time to acclimate over there, and you're behind already because you're not in a
see,
on a
I,
roster.
I understand where you're coming from to an extent, and they also talked about this. I think it was on Blair and Barker again. And they brought up the point that yes, but like you can build yourself up on your own, get a couple games against live hitters, some major league hitters, make sure your shit's working, you're fine. What about a hitter coming off what, 6 months, however
Mhm.
many since regular season ended, of not seeing live pitching that's that good? Or even if they have, they've still missed it probably for the past 3 or 4 weeks because guys have been getting to camp.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming in with maybe a week's worth of
Your time
live
is way
pitching
off.
to just jump into the regular season.
Yeah.
I think it depends what point you get to, but I would say it's almost worse for the hitters. The way guys pitch nowadays, like they've got their arms built up, they know what they're doing.
I think
Guys don't throw 100 pitches anymore either, so you don't need to
no.
be how built
A,
up do you need to be.
a prime example of this whole situation is Alejandro Kirk last year. Like Kirk missed
Brandon Belt,
2-3 weeks of spring training last year
Yeah, because of
because of his baby,
yeah.
yeah.
and he never found it. Like it took
Hey,
him forever, and I don't know if he ever got to the level that he needed to be at. So I think you're kind of onto something there. Like,
but Belt too,
yeah,
like he came in, he was cold. Apparently, he doesn't need much. He obviously needed more than he had because
He
he,
was
I think he
also
had a
sick at the
he
beginning
had
of
a
the
sore
year,
back,
yeah.
didn't he? But he
Wasn't he?
came
He
out
was
and was
hurt to
just
start camp.
I think
and
he had a sore
then
back.
he got sick because there was that like thing that was going around the
Yeah.
team. He was the first to get it, and that's how we had that awful first month.
Yeah.
Like, but
Hey, do you listen to Blair and Barker? I couldn't tell.
yeah, Jesus.
This was all in one episode. They were hitting on a lot of things.
I think I've
Dude, I
heard
was in
Blair and
the
Barker more times today than I have in the whole month.
bro, I was in the car for like 6 hours today. I need to
That's
listen to
fair.
something.
That's
That's
fair.
Can
Boba
I,
shit.
sorry, because I just want to touch back on Escobar and Vogelbach quick.
Mhm.
Which one of the two do you think has a better shot at making the roster?
I I
I-
I think Vogelbach has less people that he has to pass,
yeah.
but I think Escobar has a better chance, if that makes sense.
I think you can
Agreed.
bring in literally anyone else to play Vogelbach's role.
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
have
I think
Spencer
you could,
Horowitz, who they're kind of wanting to do that anyway.
yeah.
Like,
You could bring in an outfielder and have George Springer play Daniel Vogelback's role if we're being realistic.
If
like Vogelback's not going to play defense.
If both of these guys go off in spring, do you think there's a shot that they both make the roster? Because as we just talked about, your roster had Horowitz and Clement. So do you think
Yeah, and
there's a
that didn't,
shot?
Clement
and that
or
didn't,
Escobar or Espinal or someone of the liking.
Yeah, but I'm saying if that's what you two are saying the bench should be, theoretically Clement and Horowitz are both expendable to the minors if both these guys come out really hot. That's what I'm saying. Do you think there's a shot that it happens?
Yeah, the bench could easily be like in the lineup that we've put out. It could easily be Davis, the other catcher, Vogelbach, and Escobar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And we'd be happy. Like,
what if Damiano Palmegiani hits 16 homers in the spring?
That's another thing I was going to bring up. It's like, dude, if Damiano Palmegiani goes the fuck off, like,
it's possible.
Do we know anything about him? Like, is he a major league?
He mashes homers, and apparently his defense has taken big strides the last couple.
Also
years.
has a cannon. Like,
yeah, apparently from reports at a camp he can play third base.
I think he's 24.
That sounds right.
Honestly, man,
like, yeah, he's 24.
They did it in 15. Sometimes you just need to catch that lightning in a bottle, even if it's for a couple months.
Honestly, I
15
think
was Castro and Osuna, and
yeah,
Castro fizzled out, but he was lights out for the first couple months. Ended up winning the closer.
They turned him into Troy Tulowitzki, did they not?
Yeah,
kinda, in a way.
In a way,
there's a lot more to it.
Part of the Tulowitzki, but Palmegiani just turned 20 or 24.
Hopefully he got younger.
I wish he just turned 20.
I just lost 4 years in the last 2 minutes. He just turned
24. And I think honestly, you guys remember at Addison Barger going into spring training last year?
That's another one.
Palmegiani's in that space. I think it's like the guy that like everybody's like, shit. If he does the thing, he might be able to make the team. But like,
we talked this entire time. It's been what, half an hour?
And Addison Barger.
We haven't even brought up Addison Barger
or Arelis Martinez.
I think
that was the first time Palmegiani got brought up.
Yeah.
Like
those are three guys that could easily overtake half the guys.
The infield depth on this team is deep and like
not great, but deep.
Not great, but it's vast. Like
I think we're at the point in our window, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
You can package some of those guys.
No. But we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Maybe they know something that we don't about one of these guys. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're really high on one of these guys, and the plan is to play one of them in the infield all year.
Damiano Palmegiani led the Arizona Fall League in homers, right?
I think so, or he was close.
It's 6 in 80 at bats, 22 games.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 19 last year in Double-A, over 108 games, 4 at Triple-A in 20 games. Guy can hit, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like the fact that Chappie's still sitting there with no deal and we really don't have a third baseman makes me think
they're in on someone, like one of our guys.
Yeah. And I think we are at the point in our window where if one of those guys looks like they can contribute and is hot in the spring, just fucking bring them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
don't dicker around with it and do a bunch of
bring them up
and,
April 19th because that's the date.
If he starts hot in spring, ride it out. Maybe you get a month out of him. Maybe you get 2. Maybe you get a full season. Maybe you get a week. Ride it out.
Sure. I mean, they won't because of all the fucking service time stuff, but it'd be cool.
There's incentives now, though.
Yeah, if they're good enough anyways.
Yeah. And theoretically, if you think they're good enough to contribute to your major league roster in that way, like why not?
Yeah. I'm with you. I would love to see any of them get a shot at it, but
also a guy that I think we brought him up last week, but he just gets completely forgotten about because he's not fucking Leo Jimenez is only 22 still.
He's on the 40 man.
He's on the 40 man, but it's apparently his final option year on the 40 man. So he's a piece.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
When did we make that Steven Matz deal a couple years ago?
That was summer of
spring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit before spring of 21.
That was, I guess, to get guys onto the 40 man or whatever,
Off
but you
was
could kind of see it. Well, yeah, you needed to open up
off.
space. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
to get on.
you could kind of see it because we got a couple guys that are going to be out of options, and like Mitch White threw well at the end of the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We were worried about losing AAA. We talked about it, like everyone talked about it last year. He passed through. Maybe he doesn't this year, right? Like maybe you package him and Leo Jimenez and get something.
Yeah.
Even
Get a
if it's
You
just
never
like
know.
even if it's just
open
like
a
a
roster spot.
solid quality bench guy, like just somebody that'll
There's
be
teams out there that could put Mitch White in their like rotation.
Hmm.
like, or even has a fucking swing. Like
Yeah.
we have two guys ahead of Mitch White that could be swingmen.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I
Like
know I'm kind of staying on the point a little longer than I have to here, but trying to hold on to either one of the two of Escobar and Volgaback, now that we're talking about the roster, you're gonna have to knock somebody off the roster. And when there's
yeah,
4 or 5 guys ahead of Escobar that are on the 40 man, I think that's gonna make it really
Brant,
tough
we're
for him to try and
forgetting
crack this.
the
Yeah, but we just
obvious.
talked about like those guys having to be exposed, some of them. Like
Brant,
But there
Espinal's
are
out of
there
options.
yeah, no, for sure. But like when you're talking about not losing a roster guy, like yeah, Espinal might not go down, but he's there. He's on the 40. Clement's on the 40. Arelvis is on the 40. Varger's on the 40. I don't think Palmajani's on the 40.
Brant,
No, but
we're
if
forgetting.
it's like if you trade Espinal and get a prospect back for him or whatever, just
Mhm.
to get rid of him,
Yeah, you
then
could.
you put Escobar on.
Brent, we're forgetting the obvious person here. That's just like in the Trent Thornton spot of you can fucking DFA him. It don't
He's
matter.
worse than Trent Thornton.
Wes Parsons
Wes
is still on this
Parsons.
40 man. Like
Yeah, that's true.
It's
You're
another
right.
good indicator that some other move is coming.
and
Yeah.
Brendan Little. He's still on the 40 man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Like, and if worse comes worse, fucking Zach Bob's on the 40 man. Like,
We're also forgetting our best third baseman option in Vladimir Guerrero. And
I wish, man.
new Vladimir Guerrero might be able to do it. Have you seen him?
Dude, he is.
I don't think we
Like,
talked about it last week, right? We didn't get to see Vlad
no, we didn't see
prior to the
Vladdy.
podcast.
Manoah.
He doesn't look as good as Stanton, but
Stan looks weird. Like he
Stan's
looks.
skinny.
Stan's just tiny now. It's
he looks like
weird.
Brant.
A little
Stanton
bit.
is something that I never thought I'd say. He's lanky. Stanton looks
Sorry,
lanky now.
sorry to
I've al-
sidetrack, but
I've
like
always wanted
seeing
to
those
look like
pictures,
Stanton, and here we are.
like sorry to sidetrack that, but seeing those pictures, man, like
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm honored. Thanks, Nate.
Like, dude, he.
I don't think him playing third base is gonna happen. It doesn't really
No,
make
it's
sense.
not.
No.
But
Makes sense in
yeah,
my mind.
he looks a lot better.
He looks fantastic,
Dude,
dude.
it's
I haven't seen
scary.
much of Kirk, but apparently he's
Kirk,
quite a
I
bit
did see
slimmer.
images like a couple. He looks slimmer. Obviously, I mean, you can't.
The
You
video
can't
of
make.
him walking up with like the Spock thing going
You can't
on.
slim a meatball, but it's a low calorie meatball. That's enough.
No, I don't know if it was, man. Watching the videos
Dude,
of them walking in,
those
dude,
those
he looks
walk-in
exactly the same.
someone pointed out like a point of the walk-in video. You guys
Mhm.
like see when Cav walks in, someone's like, yo, it looks like he just murdered somebody and he's trying to run away.
Yeah, that's
Because
kind
he
of his
walks in like
look.
and then like walks in.
That's kind of his whole vibe, though. Kind of has been for a long time.
But Brant, purple glove Kevin Biggio.
Oh, purple glove is a wild choice, but I'm
That's
here for it.
in spring training, purple glove Kevin. Does Kevin know something we don't?
Kevin Biggio was like, "Hey,
is the city
make
connect
me a
purple?
Rocky."
Going to Arizona for the throwback days.
Hey man, if Kevin Biggio ever goes to Colorado, I think that
He'd be a 30 homer guy, though.
he'd be the next Nola Jones.
Yeah,
Like,
fantastic.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's funny with Vlad because I see Alec Manoah and I'm like, cool. You still got to prove it. I see
Yeah, with
Vlad. I'm like,
Vlad,
this
it's just
guy's winning the MVP.
yeah, like
there's
like
no,
he's
there's
gonna do
no
it
way
all, dude.
around this. He's got an MVP shape.
I
Like,
saw his body, like that picture, and instantly put money on it.
Oh yeah,
dude, he's probably dude, the odds might have moved.
they
after
took
that.
they took the home run totals down. I'm like, oh damn. I was like, I was hitting all the
Oh, I
overs.
got those too.
Oh, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, I wonder what it
It's
is. And
like
I looked it up. I'm like,
28
oh,
and a half, I
fuck.
think.
Yeah, that's so low. He's hitting 50. It's nuts because Alec Manoah still might not be any good, even though he looks great. But Vlad's still winning the MVP. It is what it is. The Blue Jays lost valued member of their team
Like
yesterday.
low key valued member in like
Pour one
modern
out for Hung Jin Ryu.
modern Blue Jays history.
Hyunjin Liu, apparently.
Or as Matt Devlin said, Hyunjin Ryu.
Yeah, apparently. Either way.
You also say them backwards, don't you? So it's Ryu
Liu
Hyunjin.
Hyunjin. Yeah. Hyunjin.
So it's Liu Hyunjin.
Liu Hyunjin. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You got to give a lot of credit to Ryu because if it wasn't for him, I don't know if we'd have a lot of guys we have now.
He kickstarted the modern.
Going to Toronto wasn't cool until he did it. And then when he did it, a bunch of guys followed suit. And
He had a lot of good things to say about Toronto too, from what I've heard. Like,
yeah,
he seemed to love it here.
It feels weird that he only played 4 seasons here.
And
like it feels so much longer than 4 years.
He was a Cy Young finalist in one of them.
Cy Young in his first year, 20.
Mm-hmm.
He only pitched in 60 games.
Yeah. Well, he was hurt for a lot.
I got the entire stat line here. 60 games, 315 innings, 24-15 record. Gave up 315 hits, 44 home runs, 139 earned runs, 72 walks, 269 strikeouts,
nice.
A 3.97 ERA, and a 1.23 WHIP.
That's okay.
A little bit of that is inflated because of 2021, where he was just
N2
at the very end of 2021, where he was horrible. But he had that one game at the very end of the year where he went like 5 and
he was hurt.
Yeah.
When he was healthy last year, he looked great.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got like a career 3.2.
Yeah,
I think someone said he's arguably or not even arguably, he's the best Korean pitcher in MLB history. Korean-born pitcher. Like,
yeah,
can't think of anyone.
Not, like,
he's
there's not
the
a lot,
second best
like,
Korean ever.
Yeah, like he's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Brand's trying to think of who the other one is.
I'm so out.
Shin-Soo Choo.
Oh yeah, right.
I couldn't think of it. I think that was fair territory.
Right. Jolly Olive did an article on him. I just completely forgot he was Korean. Yeah, he put Toronto baseball back on the map for a lot of guys, and I'm happy for him. He's going home. He's making a good amount of money going home. I think
he's the highest paid player. He's gonna be the highest paid player in the league.
KBO history, I'm pretty sure it is.
Like, fair shit, dude.
Good for him.
Like,
thank you for everything you did.
Like AAV and total deal too.
Mm-hmm. Which is wild because it's not that much money. Like 13 and a half.
Apparently, yeah, but it's 17 million, whatever the Korean dollar was. I forget what that is.
I think the won
is one. No, that's
WON.
17 billion. 17 billion won.
Yeah, but like that does it translates equally. Like it's not like it's the same prices of everything. It looks cooler.
It looks way cooler. Like
it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
It is the one. Okay.
It just sounds cooler. Though.
But over his 10-year career, major league career, he had 78 and 48 with a 3.27. That's how dumb
he's not. Dude, he was so nasty in LA.
Apparently, he was very vocal about wanting to go back to Korea to end his career, though. So
yeah,
that makes sense.
Hey, good for him. Good career.
He's what 35?
This will take him to 40.
Yeah.
It was time. Sucks. I would have liked to see him come back, but there's just he's not winning the battle with anybody in the thing right now.
I think he could have got 10 mil somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he easily could have just become the new Dick Mountain.
Yeah, but I think for him it was like you could go back to the Dodgers if they gave you an offer, and you could go back to the Jays if they gave you an offer because you like both spots. Neither of them are going to give him an offer.
I don't think Ryu's ending his career in Cincinnati.
No, like he wasn't just going to go on a tour of just like random places. Like he's going to go somewhere he wanted to be, or he's going home. Yeah. And we weren't giving him one, and the Dodgers definitely weren't giving him one. So
kind of also like he's not a player from North America, so to do a tour like that at the end of his career too.
Yeah.
Like you've played in 2 cities your whole career, you know them, you like them, you don't really want to have like a not necessarily like it'd be a bad experience, but like a lesser experience somewhere else that you don't like. I think it just makes more sense in that sense.
Just go out enjoying what you did. I think there's no other news Jays wise, right?
I mean, Bo Bichette did say some interesting stuff today. He was basically just like, this is the first time in a couple of years where we're actually being doubted.
True.
Like,
True.
Andy also said we haven't earned the right as a team to be taken at our word. We need to go out and show everybody.
Also true.
Like,
I like these quotes better than like the last couple
Yeah.
years.
I
Yeah.
was thinking the same thing.
like we're improving on the quotes. I mean, also we didn't bring this up, but what's your opinion on they don't give out rings in AAA?
I like it.
Like,
It's a good
I'm
one.
here for
It's a good
that
one.
too.
Like, it's
He's
fair.
right. Like, you pitch like shit. I don't want to be down there anymore. I want to be up here.
Yeah.
I like it. Alec Manoah has a lot of really bad quotes. That one wasn't one of them. People might have been pissed off about it, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Also, just to finish up, at time of recording, Jays play a game in 3 days.
It's fucking sick. I'm so.
And apparently, according to Mike Wilner, he's hearing that the Blue Jays starter for the game against Philly on Saturday will be Ricky Tiedemann.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Like,
Maybe he has more of a chance than I thought he did, but
like
I don't know. We get 26 games on TV too. All 14 or 15 home games or whatever it is.
yeah.
Fantastic. It's about time.
So we're going into our.
I'm gonna be there in less than a week, boy.
Oh, you're going, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm going to Detroit.
Okay. So we going into the second annual hot takes sprint.
I still don't have a single one. I got way too engulfed in those conversations.
Fine.
Could not think of anything else.
Fine. Me and Nate will carry this, and you can hobble in at the end. So it was 3. So we're back. Obviously, we can't do 5 hot takes between 3 people each anymore because that should take forever. Jays related, and this would be dumb. So we're doing 3 Blue Jays hot takes and 2 MLB hot takes.
Yeah.
So we'll just refresh from last year. Brant said Nate Pearson would be the setup man by May, and that happened for
I
one
was
game.
right.
So you feel validated somehow.
Mhm.
It happened for a game.
It happened.
He said Trevor Richards would get DFA'd.
Didn't
It
happen.
shoulda happened.
I said Trevor Richards had it under 4, which is fucking
Didn't
not a
happen.
lukewarm take at all, and didn't happen. Which, I mean, I guess it's hot. I had Jose Barrios top 10 finish in Cy Young.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen, but that's fine. He was better. Yeah.
I
And
had
you also
Mitch
you had
White.
Mitch White beating out Yusei Kikuchi for the 5th spot. So like,
Did not happen.
did not happen at
Did
all.
not happen.
All right, so Nate, do you?
I think I had fucking Bo
you-
Bichette as a silver or
You
a
had
Gold Glove finalist.
Yeah,
I might run
Like-
that back.
I mean, he improved
I'm
defensively?
gonna run Vladdy out there. Vladdy wins a Gold Glove this year.
Is that your first one, Vladdy wins the gold?
No, I'm not stupid.
I'll put these up here.
Okay, do we want to start hot or do we want to start like lukewarm?
I mean, dude,
You probably got to heat up, right? Like turn the burner on.
Are we just going 1, 2,
let
3?
it heat up. Let
3
it
Blue
boil.
Jays takes. We're gonna
So
3 Blue Jays.
are we going back and forth, like going around a circle here? Or are we going one
No,
person?
we're going
all
a
3?
circle. Yeah,
Just go
we'll
in
go
a
in a
circle.
circle.
Just let him.
All right, all right.
One out.
Since I didn't get to do it last year, I'll start.
Okay.
Okay.
Ricky is going to be in our playoff pen.
Okay.
You know he's never pitched as a reliever a day in his life.
That's fine.
Found that out.
I don't think that's that hot. I was trying to think of
Yeah.
one. And then I also kind of had the Jays were going to make another move to end the year or before the season, but we kind of touched on that pretty
Yeah,
good too.
that's
So
fair.
I was gonna mean like I'm meaning like a big move.
Okay, like
But-
Bellinger, Chapman kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. All right. I guess my takes would be hot. Yario Rodriguez. He will
DFA.
I am not gonna. This may be a cop out.
Mm.
Yario Rodriguez will be second on the team in saves.
Sure.
Behind Chad Green?
Behind Jordan Romano.
Okay. I
Like,
don't know. I'm. It's hot-ish
what do you mean it's hot-ish? I have this guy getting saved
because it's. I
That
think
does
for him, it's
hot.
either like he's either gonna start or he's gonna be a high leverage reliever. And I think if he's a high leverage reliever, there's a chance he's better than Chad Green, and Chad Green's your second best option.
There's
Swanson.
also a chance
Swanson,
that
sorry.
Swanson and
I forgot about
Green,
Swanson.
like
And there's a lot of guys.
Swanson's
comes
also
to
more of
come-
like a
There's a lot of guys back there,
situational
man.
guy.
Like,
to come second in saves on a team that has an established closer and that many guys who could get a chance isn't that
and you're
tough.
coming in wanting to be a starter.
Yeah.
So,
All right. It's hotter than your takes last year.
oh, dude, I had to.
It did start out better.
Yeah, we're there. Brant,
okay.
you want something here?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on brand because I'm just gonna keep riding with this. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is gonna start 10 plus games at third base this year.
Jesus. All right.
Give it
That
to me.
means you're like thinking we get Belly.
Yeah, that means
Oh,
yeah.
no, you
like-
don't have to. We could just throw Turner over
no,
at
but
first.
like the only way that fucking happens is if, like we get Cody Bellinger, or they have
If we
to.
get Cody Bellinger, then that take just becomes so cold so fast.
Yeah, very. Like you're
Because then Vlad's gonna play 130 games at third base.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's Slim Vlad.
I
Absolutely.
mean, Slim Vlad
Okay.
could probably do it. But
This one's also not super crazy.
it's 3J's takes, Nate. You
I
gotta
know.
spice it up a bit, man.
Justin Turner is going to be top 2 on the team in OPS plus.
Okay, that's. I mean, so you're gonna say he's gonna have a better OPS plus than either Vlad or Bo?
Yes.
Okay. I can't say that I see it, but I know you love JT, so
See, that's decent. That's pretty hot. Saying he's going to be better than one of those two.
yeah, okay.
I want you to tell me which one.
Yeah, who you think?
I think it's going
Because
to be
we just
Bo.
established that Vlad's
Bo,
the MVP.
I also think Bo is the easier one because I don't think Bo's an OBP. Bo's OBP is not ever going to be great.
I think it's Bo that he's finishing better than. But this is sort of my cop out in case Vladdy has another year like he did, and Bo has another year like he did.
Okay.
How
All right. My next one is a big caveat here because it says
do we have caveats and hot takes?
no. But like it helps. It makes the take even hotter. Is
Okay.
With over 400 at bats, Kevin Biggio will have an over 800 OPS.
You're running it back, huh?
Yeah, but like I had to put the caveat on it this year because if he had a 800 OPS but had 150, like
doesn't count.
Like, yes, Nate.
Quick question from the peanut gallery here.
Yes.
How many at bats would you say one gets in a game? Generally,
3, 4, depending on the day.
4.
Yeah, so I have him playing 100 games.
He walks a lot.
I have him playing 100 games, dude. Like,
I don't think him playing 100 games is hot.
It's not but like
also hold on, time out. If Kevin Biggio plays 100 games, he's not getting 400 at bats. Like he's gonna get pinch hit for it late in the game half the time, and he's gonna walk in like
I'm saying no,
40%
I'm
of
saying
up it.
No, you're fine. You're fine there. I'm saying not plays it. I mean, like I think he's gonna start 100 games this year with the way this roster is constructed. And then
I think he gets more than 100, but
yeah, I do too.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he starts them. I think he comes into other games, off the bench and fills.
But in that same vein, I think he gets taken out just as much as he gets put in.
But I think
he's a platoon for sure.
Weighs out so that he's like 100 games.
Yeah. So I can up it to 4. I can up it to like.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. All right.
Up it to however many you want.
No, we'll keep 400. We'll keep 400.
This take's no longer hot because I did it last year and I'm going to do it again. Bo Bichette's going to be a silver or a Gold Glove finalist. He was great last year. He's coming for it this year.
Okay. His defense,
not as hot, but
he's defensively improved. I'll say that, but
he's only getting better.
Yeah.
You guys
he's got JT on his side now.
Okay. All right, Nate. Here's your.
You ready for this one? This is going to be the hottest one that all of us make.
Oh no.
Alek Manoah finishes
DFA.
top 5 Cy Young.
I was gonna say it.
I thought about it too, but wasn't.
I was gonna go top 3, but
me too.
Actually, no,
I was gonna say it.
Give me top 3.
Okay.
Fuck it. Give him the win.
Jesus. Okay.
You know what? I was
actually gonna say that?
I was racking my brain today, and I'm like, I was trying to think of something. I'm like, you know what? Alek Manoah, the way I just hyped up Vlad in his athleticism change there, like maybe that actually has a serious effect on Alek Manoah and keeping his shoulder healthy and staying in games and doing all that. And
one of my possible hot takes was related to a Jays Cy Young finish, but it wasn't Alek Manoah. It was Chris Bassett. I had Chris Bassett top 5 Cy Young finish.
I do want to say I have had that since before I saw the body change.
That is fair. Okay. We'll at least go there.
I've been
I've had
on
that
one
since
for
this
a while.
afternoon. So
okay. my final hot take is I'll stay. I think Vlad leads the team in home runs. I'll say that right now before I even get my hot take out. Second place will be Davis Schneider with over 30.
I like it because I think you're right, but
I
it's
hope you're
also
right.
yeah. I also hope you're right. What do you have? Like 16, 14?
I think there's only one other guy on this team who could contend for that over 30.
Bo.
It's
Maybe
Vlad.
maybe two.
Vlad and maybe Bo, depending on the time.
It JT played enough
But
games.
I don't think Bo and I don't think JT has 30 pop anymore. I think
Didn't
there's
he have
one
28
guy,
Oh,
last year?
Dalton. Dalton has 30 pop.
Oh, Dalton.
Dalton Varsho,
Kevin Kiermaier.
or I
So
guess potentially Jano if he DH'd when he
True.
didn't catch.
True.
yeah. So Davis had 8 home runs in 35 games last year in 116.
Sorry, how many home runs?
He had 8 and 116 at bats.
He only had 8.
He played 35 games.
It felt like he had 100, man.
Well,
It
because
felt like every time he stepped up to the plate, he hit a homer or
yeah,
a
because they
double.
all came in like a 3-week span, and then John
And
Schneider
then he
said,
went
"Fuck
hitless
it,
for a
fuck
month.
it, you're benched."
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
benched him.
In fairness, his as great as Davis was last year, there was a stretch where he was bad.
Dude. He also got the highest percentage of outside the zone strike calls.
Yeah.
He was in the league for like a month.
Bo Bichette hit 29 in 2021. Just pointing out
the Buffalo.
That's a good point. That's a very valid point. He had 24 in
Semyon had 45, man.
He had 20 in 135 games.
I don't think
in what year? Last year?
I don't know. I don't think Bo has 30 pop.
I think Bo's like a 25, like consistent 25 guy.
Yeah.
Like
20 to 25.
That's kind of
You're right though. I think if everybody's at their peak, I think you could make the argument George has 30 pop in there somewhere still.
George had 30 pop.
He had it. Now he's like mid to low 20s. But yeah, Varsho, Vlad, and I think Davis have the highest pop potential on the team. All right, Brant.
I kind of want to talk about George in a minute, but yeah. There's 2 awards for the util spot now.
Oh my God.
Kevin Biggio is going to be a finalist in both.
In Gold Glove and Silver Slug. Okay.
If Whit Merrifield can do it, Kevin Biggio can.
This is very true. Whit had like a 700 OPS got finalist for Silver Slugger.
There's like 7 util guys in the league. Kevin Biggio is going to be one of them, and he'll be better than 4 of the other guys. It's not hard.
Jesus.
Book it. On brand.
Okay. So that's our hot takes for the Jays. Now we have 2 league ones.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot we were doing that. I have
3.
Oh, you motherfucker! Okay, we'll pick 2.
Can I just do?
You can say the other one.
Say the other one that you aren't gonna.
My other one
let us
is also
do ours first.
Okay.
Or you say the third one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the less hot one. The Rays are missing the playoffs.
That's so cold.
I think as far as perception is cold, but reality is hot.
Their team stinks.
On pay,
they won 100 games last year.
In April and May. I think they were 82 and fucking by the time they left May.
I think they lost 7 games in the first 2 months.
It was ridiculous. I think they won 7 games the rest of the way. It was bad.
It still works.
Once they lost Wander Franco too, they were terrible.
Okay, well, is that your first official hot take you're putting in?
Yes.
Okay, so it was Rays miss playoffs.
I'm not concerned about the Rays at all this year.
Should be.
I'm not either.
I'm not at all.
Okay. Do you want me to just say one first?
Yeah.
I also
I want you to sing.
Sorry, to tie into that, just because we're going off it, you can change it to Rays finish last in the division.
Woo! Okay, that's fucking.
You know what? The Red Sox, good surprise.
They can at least hit.
Yeah.
What can the Rays do? Bullpen. I was gonna honestly that was the way I would. Pitch. That's the way I was gonna rank the division next week, anyway. So
okay, Rays last place. All right.
I mean, the top 3 spots are still very much up for grabs in your world here because
my first hot take will be that the AL Central will have a top 3 MVP finish, and that is from Bobby Witt Jr.
I had that.
I'm here for it.
I had that.
I'm here for it. I think the Royals are going to be better than you'd expect them to be this year.
You said top three?
Top three.
If the Royals make the playoffs, I think Bobby Witt Jr.
If
could
they're like
have a crack at winning this thing.
if they're fucking close to making playoffs,
Yeah.
like, he's gonna be a big reason to that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm with you there. I like it. It's not a bad one.
okay, Brant.
Connor knows how much I've kind of hammered on this guy a little bit, but I got O'Neill Cruz getting demoted to AAA at some point this year.
That's not hot.
Garbage.
That's not hot.
Garbage. I think
Fine.
How is that
He's-
hot?
That's
he's
not
going
hot at all, dude.
because he should be everyone treats him like he's some like superstar level player.
Dude, he's not even the best tall shortstop named Cruz in his division.
I don't know.
Like,
Ellie is also not great.
he's fucking better than O'Neill. Like,
They're both just freaks and fun to watch.
Yeah,
What it
they're
is.
both
Yeah.
they both do really cool things, but I don't think O'Neill Cruz is not a great baseball
I
player.
thought you were going to the complete opposite. I thought you were gonna say like O'Neill has like a 35
No.
home run season or some shit. Like,
No,
They're
can't
both,
stand that guy.
I think they will both have long major league careers. As
don't
long
think
as long as they can avoid injury and do a lot of cool things, but I don't see them being elite.
I think O'Neill needs to move.
I think Ellie has a longer career than O'Neill.
O'Neill needs to move from short if he wants a longer career.
I
O'Neill's
think
too
O'Neill's
big,
not
isn't
good
he?
enough.
He's too big though, is he not? Like
He's like
to be a
6'7",
shortstop?
6'8". Like,
He's same size
no,
as
no, no.
Judge.
Like he's like more built. I mean, muscular than
Ellie's a rake.
Ellie.
Like he's
Yeah.
skinny.
Yeah.
No,
fine.
he's going down to AAA. That's hot when you think it's the fucking Pirates. The Pirates have no reason to keep him or no reason to not keep him on the roster.
I guess that's your one saving grace. Okay. All right, Nate. It was your final hot take for the league.
So I felt really hot about this one until we just talked about it. You guys are making me feel like it's not that hot, but you guys can both fuck off because this is hot.
Okay.
The Royals are winning the division.
Oh, you motherfucker.
So they're not doing better than you'd expect them.
Okay.
What do you mean?
No, I said they're going to be better than you expect them to be, and you're expecting them to win the division. So
Yeah.
I can't think that you're going to get better than that.
Okay. So, fucking, I don't know what to say.
Honestly, look at that division though.
That team, also their team just looks good now. Like,
I know. I think it's a hot take because they have no proven
You're right.
like anything. But like, look at Minnesota. What is that rotation?
Bad.
Other than Pablo Lopez.
It's just Pablo.
Losing Sonny Gray is huge. And who was their 3 last year?
Ryan.
Oh, Joe Ryan's nasty.
Oh yeah, okay. Like they got like a bullpen.
Yeah.
They just got rid of what's his name?
Royce
Seattle,
Lewis, if he can
too.
stay healthy.
Are we really going to count on Royce Lewis and
No.
Byron Buxton being
No,
healthy?
we're not. Eddie Julian's pretty good.
Can't defend a lick of shit, and
That's fine. That's not important.
They can hit. I don't love their pitching without Sonny Gray.
Like, dude, I'm looking at this Royals roster, like their lineup, kind of solid. It's like Melendez, Witt, Sal, Vinny, Hunter Renfro, Michael Massey, Nelson Velasquez, who came over and just raked for them last year.
That's that catcher, right or no outfielder?
Outfielder, Kyle Isbell, and then Michael Garcia. And they
Who's
also have Adam Frazier on the bench too.
Who's their backup catcher that played here and was like bald and looked like he had the most punchable face ever, but was like actually like seemed pretty good?
Ready for me?
No.
I was gonna say because Freddie Fermin is their pitcher or is their backup catcher right now.
MJ Melendez.
I mean, look, no, it's not Melendez.
Sonny Leon, like
No, he's like Latino, I think.
who played here? No, it's not Martin Maldonado, but like, well, either way, like the Royals.
Oh no, I guess it is Freddie Fermin. I
Yeah.
was thinking someone different. Yes.
Freddie
Sorry,
Freeman
that's
at
what I was
home.
thinking.
Freddie Freeman at home. It's Freddie Fermin. Oh man.
Yeah, I like that one, Nate. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I was honestly, I was originally going to go Tigers, but the
Hmm.
more I've like
The
looked
Royals
at the
just-
Royals, I think, yeah,
Okay, well, our majority of our hot takes coming from the AL Central because I feel like that's just where we're at right
It
now.
just seems to be coming from the Central.
Yeah, well, here's another one. I have the Chicago White Sox finishing ahead of the Cleveland Guardians. Is that blind faith? Very much so. Like, it's just like Cleveland is like.
I don't think this is hot because that division sucks.
Okay, fine.
And I don't think no. I'm
I
just
got others
like,
in the talk. Like I could bring out.
no, I think it's fine. I just think that division sucks, and the
But-
Guardians
Which is not as
could
exciting.
Yeah, it's not. It's my least exciting one. Like
It's a
they
hot
could-
take, I think, but it's
they-
just not an exciting hot take.
they could finish 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That's not exciting.
it's very fair.
No.
I just think they both kind of equally suck. I think it's also stupid because I think the Guardians are better. That's why I'll give it to you as hot. But
Yeah, dude.
The
Like
star power's there on the.
put it this way.
Lou
I'm
Bob,
taking the team that for their promotional picture for spring training had fucking Nicky Lopez and Paul DeYoung on it as 2 of the 5. Like that's where I'm at. And,
That's pretty bad.
And Martin Maldonado.
Yikes. They just
think
love the
Martin
past their
Maldonado
prime catchers, huh?
could
Martin
do
Maldonado's gonna
wonders
help them.
with that
Like
pitching rotation.
also Luis Roberts is gonna have to carry like offensively. So yeah.
No,
that's
what's
like,
his name's winning the Yohan Moncada's winning the MVP.
You still have Eloy, right?
Eloy's still there too. Yeah, if he can fucking.
I'm surprised he's still
Eloy's
there.
not there.
If he could stay healthy, like at all, like just
Eloy is on
even-
the 40 man technically, but
he's on the 60-day.
he's not there.
Like, yeah.
All right, Brant.
Eloy is spelled ILO.
Yeah.
I got the
That's-
Dodgers losing in the
that's-
first round of the playoffs. It was good.
That's not a hot take.
First round.
It's the fucking
That's
Dodgers.
not hot.
First round.
That's the Dodgers brand.
It's the
They're known for doing this.
Yes, they're staying out.
Okay, so just follow with me. It doesn't matter whether they're known for doing it or not.
Mm.
The Phillies and Braves play in the same division,
Mm-hmm.
so there's a very good chance that the Phillies or Braves,
wild card team.
one of them is going to have to be a wild card, so they're going to have to play a division winner in the first round.
Didn't the Braves go out in the first round this year?
Yeah, to the Phillies.
Like my point is what
Yes.
I'm like,
You know what I
This is
mean?
why they stay.
There-
Well, my
there's a
thing
good
here
chance both of them, they're playing one of them.
is they took a notoriously bad playoff team and added a guy that's never played a game in the playoffs.
and another guy that has never pitched in America.
And yeah, 2 guys. Who's the second guy?
Yamamoto.
Yeah,
Oh, true.
like
True. And then you add Glasnow, who's never really been good in the playoffs either.
and you had Teoscar Hernandez, who had
Dog.
one moment,
Who's a Dog.
one moment,
Yeah. Dog.
two technically, but like,
Well, he
again,
only played a couple of years in the playoffs, so
it's too
yeah,
expensive.
I just don't. It should be hot because they're spending $1 billion on their team, but they're just
Hot is them missing the playoffs.
that's just not going to
I'll
happen.
give you
I
it
thought
for
about
that
it; it's just
reason.
not going to happen.
I'll give you that for that reason, but I don't think it's hot just because they could end up playing the Phillies or the Braves.
And
I
they're going to
think-
get that bye. The
I
bye
think that-
fucking sucks.
I think a more hot take would be that they are a wild card team and they don't win that division.
They won't be, man.
Like I think that's a hotter take. Is they
It
don't win the
definitely is a
division.
hotter. It's a hot take
Like-
to say they missed too, but it's just not going to happen. Like I could sit here and say something stupid, but it's just not going to happen. Like the team is way too good to not be who's going to win that? Who's going to beat them out in that division? The Giants aren't good enough.
Arizona.
The Padres suck. The Diamondbacks are not a team for 162 games.
Brent, this is a very lukewarm set.
Yeah, dude,
I told you I had nothing.
You're the Lucas.
I had
you're,
nothing.
You're me. You're me this year.
I had nothing, man.
I came in kind of prepared.
I came in no prepared.
Hey, I think I did good.
My Jays one's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, I feel the White Sox. I'm gonna be honest. The White Sox and Guardians one. I just
What
came
was
up with,
my
like,
first one?
now you Vlad 10 games at third.
Oh yeah. it
You
to me.
were very hot, and then you like petered into the
Yeah.
Lucas form takes.
I just don't care
Especially
about the
with
rest
these
of the
two
league, man.
around the league.
I don't care
Hold
about the
on.
Around
rest of the league.
Yeah, that league one's.
Can I had one more.
Okay.
Okay, what was your last one?
It also ties into next week. All right, Yamamoto winning the Cy Young. I don't think it's that hot.
Okay, I'll just caveat that. 'Cause-
Well, it's not going to be next week, anyways. We got to wait for Nate to get back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, buddy.
The Cy Young, eh?
That's wow. Okay.
Yep.
You know what else is? You know what's not a hot take? Who's the worst run MLB franchise?
Yeah, hold on. Before we get there,
Oh,
I don't think this is a hot take. It might legitimately be a thing. I think Ethan Salas might have a look in the MLB this year.
Isn't he like 17 in
Yeah.
Double A?
Yeah. I think there's a chance.
Can
Like
he
the
legally
Padres are doing
play?
some stupid shit.
Yeah, can he legally play?
Does
I
he
don't know.
have to be 18?
I don't know.
That's a really good
Can
question.
he get a parent or guardian to sign his fucking permission slip to go play for the San Diego Padres?
I don't know how it works because I didn't think they could play in the minors at that young. That's kind
Well,
of how
he's
I'm confused because like the NHL back like way back,
Mhm.
Gretzky couldn't play at whatever age.
sure
Like if
16.
I don't know, there's been rules about it because somebody wanted to take him at 16 or something.
Yeah, they could.
So the minimum, I think I'm reading this right. The minimum age is 18.
When does he turn 18?
He turns 18 June 1st.
He's coming up on June 2nd.
Someone
Nola
made
catcher, didn't they DFA Nola?
That's what I mean.
someone made the point of like there's a point in the spring where Salas is going to catch
Yu Darvish.
Salas was born like
A year after Darvish made his professional debut.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's nuts. And I think he's going to play in the majors this year.
They should just bring in Dick Mountain. Where is he? Didn't he pitch there last year?
I think so.
Padres? No, he was with the Pirates.
Didn't they
that's
trade him to
right.
the Padres?
Oh, they
at
did
the
trade him to the
deadline?
Padres.
Nice. How many teams has Dick Mountain played for?
Too many, and we're already here forever. Move on. We okay.
Were any of them the Angels?
I feel like they have to have been.
Are you picking a team for me, or are we doing what I said?
Just take the. Oh, he did pitch for the Angels.
I feel like, well, what can you argue better, Nate?
I don't know. That's the only one that I can actually think of a legitimate argument for. But I think it's just too easy.
I think actually I think Brant could make a good argument for his because it's just like you guys are on the opposite ends of just like ineptitude.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
So all right,
Real
so
quick on this topic, it's gonna before we get there. Dick Mountain played 2 games for the Los Angeles Angels. He never got an out. He had 3 walks and a home run.
Hey, I'm pretty sure he pitched for my team too.
Yeah, way better though. He had 2.25 for them.
What team is this?
Wait, who are you saying in Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2.25 for them.
So Brant, who
He's-
you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Let Connor introduce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back after 1 month of Nate quote unquote ducking Brant. For this topic, we are finally here with who Jesus, who is the worst run MLB franchise? Now, Jesus. All right, so for the audio people, it is wild. Okay, so Brant is taking the stance that the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and Angels, whatever you want to call them.
You can't even pronounce their name, bro.
Los Angeles
Great
Angels of
start.
Anaheim, the Anaheim Angels, the California Angels
Right.
are the worst run MLB franchise. And
Mhm.
Nate will have the what seems to be very obvious answer, but we'll see how this goes. The
So
Oakland
David versus
Athletics.
Goliath?
I think, but like I said, I
This
think
is why I didn't want this because I don't feel any accomplishment from beating Brant in this.
I could give you.
You're gonna feel like shit when I win.
Okay, all right. So, Brant, I'll let you have the floor first.
I went first last time.
Brant, you won. You also have to.
I didn't win.
You did all this research. I have nothing.
Yeah,
So-
come on, Brant. Talk
It was
about
gonna
why.
keep making me go first to the end of time.
Talk about why the California Angels are.
All right,
you
gentlemen.
fucking like to talk.
Strap in.
Okay.
This is gonna be a bit.
Oh boy.
First and foremost,
Already an hour 20 in, so just
Have you
Yeah, I
written
know.
yourself
Sorry.
like an essay to read to us?
I just have bullet points. A lot of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let him
So
go.
the Los Angeles Angels drafted Mike Trout. I don't remember what draft it was. I didn't write that down. But he made his debut in 2011. He played 1,489 regular season games for the Los Angeles Angels. Do you know how many career playoff games that guy played? The best player in baseball, the entire 3.
1 series.
3 games, played 1 series. The best player in baseball for however many years, 2011 to 20, I would say 21. Is it tough? I would say they had the best player we've ever seen for that amount of time, managed to put a team that could play 3 playoff games with him. Then they managed to sign the greatest player we've ever seen in Shohei Ohtani He played 701 games for the Los Angeles Angels. They managed to put together a playoff team exactly 0 times around the 2 greatest baseball players we've seen ever. 2 of. I'd say 2 of the top 5 at the time. That's the easiest point of them. If we go back, obviously the Los Angeles Angels had CJ Wilson for a run. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the tweets that he put out about the Los Angeles Angels and the ineptitude they had towards their players. But he signed in 2012. He said the team didn't have a weight room until 2013. Prior to 2013, the Los Angeles Angels did not have a weight room at their facility. They told players that if they just run really hard to first base, you'll be in great shape. That was a quote from Artie Moreno. They also told their hitters to not watch video because Vladimir Guerrero Sr. never watched video and he raked. Also from CJ Wilson, the biggest part of this whole rant he had, they signed Albert Pujols, obviously the biggest contract they've signed before Mike Trout, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, it wasn't smart to sign a guy that was 40 when his birth certificate said he was like 25.
I get it. Fine. That's fine. Albert Pujols wanted this anti-gravity treadmill because he said it would help his plantar fasciitis that kept him off the field for a good chunk of time. It was a $70,000 treadmill. They gave that man, was it $234 million, but refused to buy him a $70,000 treadmill. As such, Pujols had a 758 OPS as an Angel. In his last season there, he had a 622. Give me a sec. He went to the Dodgers, who had said treadmill and kept him in good shape. He played 85 games and had a 759. Then next year went to St. Louis, where they know how to treat Albert Pujols, and popped off for an 895 in 109 games at the age of 506, give or take. Yes, sir.
So it cost 70 grand.
70 grand.
Okay, yes. So the team should have been able to do that.
Yes.
But did we not just say that Mr. Albert Pujols
He could have bought it himself,
$234 million in that fucking contract?
For sure.
I think you can afford a $70,000 treadmill.
Yes, he could have bought the treadmill himself, but it's their facilities. We just went over the fact that they didn't have a weight room until 2013.
I understand that.
They couldn't put a fucking treadmill in for the greatest hitter of that generation. Insane.
It's very stupid, but I'm not trying to. I don't think that helps my point.
I see your point.
I'm not trying to help my point, but I'm just saying the fact that Albert Pujols just didn't
I do
buy
see
his
your
own
point.
goddamn
He could have
treadmill.
bought it himself, and I'm sure he had one, but regardless. This team was bad we've established that they were bad the entire time they had Ohtani and Trout. They could not pitch. That was their biggest issue. So their galaxy brain way of thinking in 2021 when they had no pitchers was that they were going to draft an entire draft worth of pitchers to fix the pitching staff. When have we ever seen a pitcher drafted come up within a year or two? Just doesn't happen. Doesn't make sense.
Steven Strasburg. Paul Skeens.
It was still a couple. Paul Skeens
Garrett
is not
Crochet. Paul Skeens is pitching in the majors this year.
Mangled. Paul Skeens might. Regardless, the pitchers taken in that draft, this is one of my favorite things to do. Sam Bachman was their first. He's still there, which is great. He's hurt to start this year, so we're not sure what's going on there. Kai Bush, their second one. Connor may know Kai Bush, as they traded him for Giolito and Lopez in last year's trade deadline. We'll get to them in a minute. Landon Marceau's currently getting lit up in the Mets organization, so he's not even there anymore. Their fourth pitcher, Luke Murphy, had a 4.96 ERA in Double-A. Brett Carey, their fifth, gave up 18 runs in 16 2/3 inning in Triple-A last year before getting sent back down. Jake Smith, their sixth, had a 10.86 ERA in A-ball. He played 29 games. Braden Olthoff, their ninth pitcher picked. 7 and 8 were just average. They didn't really do much of anything. Their ninth overall has since retired. This draft was 2021, by the way. He retired 2 years later due to injury.
Quick question: Do we need to go through all of this?
There's only a few left. It's okay.
I just had 2 questions on this though.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who the first pick was. Can you tell me what level he's in?
Sam Bachman.
Have any of these guys pitched in the majors?
I'm getting there. Actually, there was one, but actually, yeah, I am getting there.
I think Sam Bachman has pitched in the majors.
Two of them, I think, have. I think
Sam Bachman,
Sam
that's the guy
Bachman
they
was
took
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's hurt to
And
start the year.
he has pitched in the majors.
He pitched a little bit last year.
Their scouting just fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's kind of my point here. Just let me finish my list because it gets better. Andrew Peters, their 10th guy, has a 6.14 ERA in rookie ball. Chase Silsa was the one solid pick from that group. He's actually pitching in the majors. He had a 3.75 ERA out of the bullpen last year. It's pretty good. Mason Albright, he was drafted as a high schooler, so obviously we wouldn't expect him to come up, and he's going to develop into something. Unfortunately, that's in the Rocky system because they got rid of him, and he is now a Colorado Rocky. And then Mo Hanley has played. He's their 13th pick. There's more after him, but they're just whatever. Mo Hanley has played exactly one minor league game since 2021, and he got a shit pushed in. He has a 27 ERA for his minor league career. All this to say that their scouting department, who decided that they were going to take this entire pitcher draft, couldn't even take 3 pitchers that were going to be anything relevant in their entire thing.
They did get Neto and Shanwell. I don't know if they're the same draft or either
Shanwell
way,
was last
they were
year's
both
draft.
they were both up in a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had to because their team fell apart, and I'll tell you why. 2023 trade deadline, they had Shohei Ohtani.
Shanwell was up before the deadline.
He was. He was good. The
So was
greatest
Neto.
player we've ever seen
They took
all
him
time.
in the year before his draft too, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, like last year isn't like the year before.
Yeah, but
Regardless.
Shanwell was. I thought you said Shanwell was this year.
No, last year.
Oh, so they're both last year.
Maybe. Yeah. Either way. Shohei Ohtani, upcoming free agent.
Neto,
very
Neto was
clearly
23, or Neto was 22. Shanwell was 23.
Thank you. Very clearly not going back to the Angels. I think that was very evident well before the trade deadline. They decided Mike Trout was hurt at the time, so the team was kind of they went on a run, but they were not a good Angels team. They had offers on the table for Shohei Ohtani, many offers for Shohei Ohtani, but they didn't trade him because they didn't want to miss out on the profits from the last, August, September, 2 months of the season.
I disagree with that.
They straight up came out and said that.
I know. I'm sure. I'm sure that was part of it.
Right.
But I also think a big part of it was the fact that they did
They
not have a
thought they were
chance
going to
to
go on a
re-sign.
run.
No. Well, let me get to that. They did not have a chance to re-sign him if they traded him. I don't think there's any chance he was coming back. I think there was the slightest possibility. If they kept him and these moves worked out and they actually made a little bit of a run,
then maybe
there was a chance.
Sure. But
And
they
if
have
I
since
am
straight up
Arturo,
admitted
I'm doing that 9 times out of 10.
they have straight up admitted it that it did not. They wanted to make sure that they had a reason for fans to show up to the ballpark, and they decided that trading Shohei Ohtani didn't make sense for their franchise. Getting rid of the greatest player we've ever seen to maybe get a prospect system around him didn't make sense to them. What they did do was they traded for Grichuk, Gio, Ronaldo Lopez, and CJ Cron at the deadline. You may remember none of them, other than CJ Cron, lasted a month because they proceeded to place all of them on waivers.
Didn't
and
Grichuk
included Renfroe and Matt Moore. Grichuk did stay because they tried to place him on waivers again and nobody still picked him up. Crazy stuff. On that team, they also, this one's not as a big a deal. I don't need to go over this. We'll talk about him in a minute. Anthony Rendon signed the 3rd highest contract in terms of AAV of all time at the time. He literally hates baseball. They gave the 3rd most money all time to a guy that doesn't want to play. Finally, the biggest point I have on this dumbass franchise that just can't do anything right. Tyler Skaggs, rest in peace, was found dead in his hotel room at 27 years old in 2019 due to an overdose. It was later revealed that Angels communication director Eric Kay was the one who supplied him with the drugs that ended up killing him. He was subsequently sentenced to 22 years in prison. Not only do they tank the team on the field, but they literally they had a hand in the murder of one of their starting pitchers.
Yeah, that's going too far. I don't think they had a murder.
It's a little.
They didn't murder him, but he literally is in prison for 22 years because of the death of Tyler Skaggs. A member of the team.
It doesn't mean the Angels knew anything about it. Like, this guy, you think they're fucking drugging all their players.
Not all of them, but I think they had this guy who did.
I don't know, man. like people get in positions and do some like shady shit. I think that's really all it was.
It's very possible, but they hung on to him until this whole thing came out.
I think that's a leap.
Okay. Brain,
That's
are,
a
brain,
big
brain,
leap.
are you done?
That's my last point. Yes.
Motherfucker, that first off, that was 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's how brutal they are. I have 10
Now,
minutes worth of shit on this dog and shit team.
okay, now
You know how
Nate,
nice I was? If Brand was here, I would have fucking been all over him that entire time. I'd let him
I
actually talk.
appreciate the
I
respect
don't
that
think
you
I've
have.
ever done that.
No,
Brant, you are
it's
so
true.
welcome.
Thank you. Nate, go ahead.
So I'm like Brant. I didn't do any research
Mm-hmm.
and told Connor to pick a team for me. And we ultimately decided that I would do the A's because
Brant had enough research to do a
yeah,
fucking
I could actually
essay.
make an argument. So no research, and this is gonna be real easy. First off, buddy, you gotta pay for soda pop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not free in Oakland.
Sure. That
So
movie's
that
fake, by the way. That part didn't actually happen in real life, but carry on.
I don't know. The organization is a total joke. Like it's not
I'm
even,
not saying they're not.
dude, you I would bet money and I would pay money to go see this.
Mhm.
I want the Oakland A's versus whoever wins the AAA title next year at the end of the year. Right after the World Series, that's what I want. I want that broadcast. And if the A's lose, they go to the fucking minors. That's what this fucking organization should be.
Okay.
They're playing in the fucking worst stadium that exists. There's literally fucking possums in the broadcast booth,
Yeah.
shitting everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they're
So they
moving from
can't.
there, so
So they
it's
can't.
fine.
Oh, where are they moving, Brent?
I actually don't even know if they're gonna move because they're maybe
Oh,
not.
oh. So they've ruined their reputation and fan base in Oakland because they're moving to
No,
Las
no, no.
Vegas.
That's not fair. They have not ruined their fan base in Oakland. There's very clearly a fan base there. The game last year where they all showed up very much showed that.
That was before everything was official, I believe.
Yeah.
That was before everything was official.
Yes.
I think you've
But the
pushed
fan base is
people.
still there.
I think you have baseball fans in Oakland. I don't think you have A's fans anymore in Oakland.
Maybe not.
I've never been boots on the ground to know.
I don't
That
know
is
if you
just
have
kind of
Angels
the
fans in
vibe I
Anaheim
get.
either. I think you had Shohei fans. We'll definitely see
They
this year. I think this
still,
is going to make a
yeah,
difference.
they're not gonna be fucking worse than Oakland.
Maybe not because they still have Mike Trout.
They alienated their fans, is my
Mm-hmm.
point. Like, I think they're going to have some of the worst attendance anyone has ever seen this year. This is literally Major League playing out in front of our eyes,
Uh-huh.
but worse.
Right.
Like, they alienated these fans.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't have a place to play next year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 26 they're moving? So
I think it's
the next
26,
26 or
27.
27.
so it's 2 or 3 years that they will not have a home.
Mm-hmm.
And they've alienated Oakland, who
Mhm.
has already booked the venue out for I forget what,
The Oakland Bees.
but they have booked the venue out.
Mhm.
Oakland has like one of the most lucrative stadium deals in professional sports right now. I forget what it works out to, but it is stupid.
Mhm.
Like they have it so easy. They are going to get raped over the coals with these fucking if they try and come back. They
Mhm.
are literally not going to have a they might as well just play all road games for the
Sure.
next 3 years. They are
Sure.
fucked. You know what else to top it off?
Mhm.
They're probably aren't fucking going to Vegas. They're trying
Yeah.
to put an MLB stadium in like a 10-acre like it's I forget what the actual acreage is. It'd be the smallest by far.
Mhm.
John Fisher is a moron.
John Fisher is a moron. I will not disagree with that. He currently has them in a bad predicament. Can you do me a favor quick?
Currently?
Yes, currently. Can you do me a favor quick? Tell me how many
Okay.
times since 2010 the Angels have made the playoffs.
I don't need to. I know the answer.
It's
The A's have
once.
made the playoffs more.
The A's have made the playoffs 6 times. The A's have
Bro,
a
you had
94
you
win
had enough
team.
time to do research.
They have a 96 win team.
Anti-me research.
They have a 97 win, two 97 win teams in the they have two 97 win teams since 2017.
I'm gonna help Nate out with this here.
Mm.
They're one of two teams that has not given out $100 million contract or even an
That's,
extension.
yeah, that's fine. But they still put a competitive team on the field almost every year until the last three.
We aren't talking about 3 years ago. We're talking about right now.
I'm talking
Who's
about
the
just
worst
in
run
general.
franchise right now?
I'm talking about from the last while. I think the
Whoa,
Angels have done a
fucking-
way worse job of running a franchise. They
So
haven't
now
put a
we're running this
competitive
out
team on the
longer
field.
than
They have not been. They had two of the best players of all time and couldn't put a competitive team on the field That's
were
horrible.
competitive. They were in playoff runs multiple times.
once.
No, in playoff races. They weren't in the, I'm not saying in the playoffs. They were in the playoff race most of the time.
They were
Oakland
rarely
was
in the playoffs.
Oakland was good for years. Yes, spending bottom of the barrel and then trading these guys away to get literally dog shit prospects. Who fucking they let Semien walk, didn't offer him a qualifying offer.
Well,
Traded Chappie.
In fairness, Semien wasn't Semien at that point.
You wouldn't have qualified him at that point?
They should have qualified him, but he wasn't Semien.
Yeah, they couldn't. I don't think they could have got much trading. That's a tough situation. But like, they let
Chapman was a weird one.
Matt
Olson was
Chapman
a weird
and got
one.
nothing. They traded Olson and got nothing.
John Murphy was a tough
They
one.
traded Murphy and got nothing. They traded Manaea and got nothing. They traded fucking Montas and got nothing. They got nothing.
Well, I would argue Montas did nothing.
That's fine, but he was fine. He was solid
Good
for them. Like, they got rid of all these guys and they got nothing. They got Shane Langoliers and Christian Pache. Who did they get him for?
Sean
That
Murphy.
was the Murphy.
Okay, so they have two players that are playing on the major league roster from those trades.
I don't know the rest of the trades, honestly. I know they got nobody from the Gunnar Hoagland from the Chapman trade.
Yeah, no one else on that trade is
no one else
with the A's anymore.
No.
They traded away
recency bias. Yes, you're right.
All-stars.
Currently, the A's are worse. But over the course of a long period of time, the Angels have been run like dog shit. At least the A's have shown that they can play baseball at times.
Bro, the A's
could put a team on the
make a
field.
movie about themselves properly.
Well, I mean, it's one of the highest grossing baseball movies of all time.
Yeah. Because
Right.
it's a fucking lie. Because they're like,
Yeah, but
oh, MVP, he didn't exist.
80% of the people don't know that.
Three-hit Monster Stars didn't exist.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Jermaine Dye? No. Eric Chavez? No.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
who's the closer? Billy Koch? No.
No, it's Chad Bradford.
Chad Bradford definitely was not the closer on that.
Yeah, but in the movie it was.
Neither was Ricardo Rincon. Hate to break it to you. Scott Hatterberg wasn't an all-star, I don't think.
Stud. Set the record for wins. The A's also have the all-time record for wins in a row. The Angels do not have that.
I don't think they do.
That was what the whole fucking basis of that was about.
Do you not remember the Cleveland Indians in 2017?
Did they beat it? I don't think they beat it. Did they?
I
Connor?
am pretty sure they beat it. I'm very confident they beat it.
Sorry, what am I looking up?
You're the encyclopedia of useless knowledge.
Yeah, what am I looking up here?
Who is the longest win streak in baseball history?
Okay, longest win streak in baseball history. The longest, well, I mean, it's the 1916 New York Giants with 26 games. But let's see where the fuck we
Maybe it's the American League one. Ooh.
Cleveland.
I stand corrected.
Yeah,
well done.
Cleveland is.
What was Oakland
Cleveland
was 21?
Oakland's was 20 in 2002.
My apologies. I forgot about that. I didn't know they did that, to be fair.
Okay.
It was not a very big deal at the time. It didn't feel like it compared to.
They were a 102 win team that year. That's insane.
Well, this debate has been going on for 20 minutes now. Final closing statements. Brant, go first.
The A's have shown that yes, they are in a bad spot right now. But as much as John
They're in a
Fisher's
bad
a cheap
spot
prick,
until John
Closing
Fisher isn't
statements.
the owner.
as much as John Fisher's a cheap prick, he has them making money year after year, and he has put a competitive team on the field more often than he hasn't since 2010.
I'm just going to give you the opportunity to take back that statement
Which one?
because I'm going to use it very much against you if you don't.
Which one?
The making money part.
I mean, they did make money.
Okay, you keep it in there.
Did they not?
Nope, keep it in there.
I hate it, but they made money.
Okay.
He ran them as a business. I'm pretty sure the Angels ran at a loss for a long time because they gave out a bunch. They gave the third most money all time to a guy that doesn't even want to play on the team.
How far back are we going? Just make your final argument.
That was it. I'm done.
So you're trying
The
to tell
A's
me you
never
don't think
killed
the
one of their own
fucking
players.
you don't think the Angels made money the past few years with Shohei?
Yeah, they did.
I'm sure they're doing a lot better financially
Now.
than the A's.
Yeah. Probably.
The difference
Well,
between
not
the
this.
Angels
I
and the
guarantee
A's,
you they won't this year. I think they'll be about the same.
the Angels actually try to win.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not good at it.
Well,
They don't have
they're
they
terrible.
don't have good people there,
Right.
but they've spent money and
Right.
tried to be competitive and like try
And
to
they
put out
suck
a
at
fun team to watch.
They suck, and they have not.
The A's could lose to a AAA team this year, and I think
And
that is very
that's
possible.
fine.
The A's could lose to the fucking Savannah Bananas. Like
They
they
have
should go play
more-
banana ball.
They have more playoff round wins than the A's since 2017.
Name me 5 players on Oakland.
Estuaries. Is it Bobby? Not Bobby Miller. Billy. What the fuck's Miller's first? Mason Miller.
No, we're not allowed to help you. You gotta get them right.
Yeah, come on.
Shea Bangaliers.
That's-
JJ Bleday. Paul Blackburn. What am I at? 5? 4?
That's 5.
That's 5.
Like the names you just named, I think the best one there was what? Fucking Esther Ruiz.
Sure. Brent Rooker.
Okay, we get
Zach
your point.
Galoff.
Oh, Galoff's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
We named. Okay, Brent, you've made your point. Shh, Nate. Go.
That's all I have to say. The A's
Okay,
just suck.
alright.
They don't spend money. They don't know where they're gonna play the next 3 years, and they aren't fucking going to Vegas because they put out these renderings or whatever they're calling them, which is like an imagination of what the ballpark's gonna look like. And I forget some other team is supposed to get a ballpark in like 27 or 20. It's Kansas City.
Mhm.
Oh,
Kansas
Kansas City's
City-
looks sick.
But Kansas City doesn't even have like approval or anything, and they have they have renderings, like
Yeah.
actual renderings.
Did you hear
And
the
fucking Oakland still hasn't released what they think this ballpark's gonna look like.
Did you hear the Vegas mayor came out and was just like, yeah, we think they should stay there. And then
Yeah,
like
but then,
the
like,
next day
yeah.
she's like, no, we're excited to have them here.
They're gonna be if they go to Vegas, they're gonna be worse. Because
I-
I think they're gonna draw worse.
I think probably. I don't think they're gonna play in a stadium of any size for a while.
No, it's gonna be a small. They're building a brand new like multi-billion-dollar stadium, and it's gonna be the smallest one in Major League Baseball.
Well, they have 4 years to build a team. You can get a lot of prospects in the next 4 years.
How?
I don't know, they'll find a way. Geloff will be good by then.
Okay.
He's already good now.
All right. Well, that was this week's debate. I don't know what I'm gonna fucking come up for next week, or well, we're not gonna have it because you will.
Yeah,
be
we
the
got-
judge.
we got time
You
now.
got 2 weeks.
You got two. We both have 2 weeks. You guys have 2 weeks. I will come up with a topic. It'll be something related probably to the Jays after we've seen some games. So, I think just for the interest of time, we're gonna skip the head-to-head today.
No, because I got a good one. It's gonna be quick.
There's not much around the league, honestly.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
can just skip the fly through the around the league and we'll do
all
the
right.
head-to-head.
Witt's in Philly. Cool, good fit.
Fuck Witt. I'm so glad to see him go. Thank you.
Woodruff back to Martin Luther King. I guess. Cool. Sure. Randall Grichuk to Arizona. He's gonna platoon with Chalk.
I like that
Platoon.
fit for Arizona. I like what Arizona's offseason's done.
Yes, they've actually been pretty good.
Platoon.
Platoon. Yes. Unfortunately, Liam Hendricks to Boston, 2 years, 10 million right now, but can get up to incentives of 20 million. So
That's such a great deal for Boston.
good for Liam. It's one of the
Fantastic.
few good moves Boston made this offseason.
Only move.
They got Gio.
Yeah, they got Gio.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It happened so long ago. The Chicago Cubs are trying to recreate Cody Bellinger in the aggregate by signing Dom Smith and David Peralta to minor league contracts.
Chucking
Also,
the magnets up
they-
on mine.
Somebody tweeted out that
They're
Ooh.
slugging.
they signed outfielders, Peralta and Smith.
I think
Dom Smith is not an outfielder.
he played outfield.
Didn't he play the outfield
He
at
played
some
outfield
point?
in the on the Mets because
his
they
first
had,
year on the
they
Mets.
had Pete Alonso and
Yes, on the
Rizzo DH.
Mets. On the Mets. He is
On the
not an
bad
outfielder.
Mets.
Yes. Ahmed Rosario goes to Tampa Bay for $1.5 million, which tells me everything I need to know about the market right now. Like,
he's definitely something's going on there. There's something weird in his physicals or something that he is only getting $1.5 million.
I mean, he's getting $1.5 million. Apparently, the Miami Marlins offered Tim Anderson was $2 million.
Yeah, that just makes no sense.
Weird.
Like, so, Anthony Rendon still hates
We're
baseball.
not talking about Rendon.
Yeah, he hates baseball.
Rendon's
He's
so bad.
a fucking idiot.
I'm with him.
We're not going to do this. No.
I think I'm because I think I'll couple the two together. I think Mike Trout also hates baseball, but nobody gives a shit
Because he's actually
because he wants to stay with the Angels and continue to not play in the playoffs.
Yeah,
he wants to be done after 162, get his money and run. But no one looks at it that way.
We've reached the point with Mike. I think most people have reached the point with Mike Trout where it's like we don't feel sorry for you anymore.
No,
I think there's a little bit of validity to what he said. Like, I think it means more to win with the team that you came up with.
Sure.
Yes.
You're not going to win with that team, big dog.
I understand. Next thing I was going to say, I think you signed that size of a deal and you've been hurt as much as he is. You probably feel some responsibility to be out there and on the field and like make an impact for that team and actually get raise your value a little bit if they're going to trade you too. Yeah, I just don't think it's a story.
To me, the Anthony Rendon thing, everyone to every other job in the world, every time it's like, oh, put your life before your job, your family, this, that, put yourself before your job until that job pays you 30 million. And all of a sudden people are like, you have to love this job. It's like,
I don't think it's
man.
that.
Like, who cares?
I'm fine with that. It's just he's been hurt so much it makes it tough.
Sure.
My one issue was the comment. I don't know who he was talking to, but there's video of it.
Sam Blum.
And he said, I wouldn't wish this life on anyone.
Oh, that one was different. I don't know that one, but yeah.
I do know that quote as well.
That's a tough
I wouldn't wish this life on anyone. Like, man.
Well, fuck, can you blame him? The guy, every time the guy speaks, we're down his throat.
No. If he could say if he wished his life on anybody.
Okay, that's fair.
Not the life of a baseball player making over $200 million.
Yes.
Like,
he's also a dad of 4. That's insane.
Anthony, they're mad at you because they signed you to what was it, the 7th highest contract in baseball? And you've played a combined maybe one season of baseball in like the 3 years that you've been there.
Yeah.
And you've also gone out of your way to be like, I don't speak into English. I'm injured. I am hurt. Like, so no shit. People aren't going to like you. And all right, beating a dead horse.
I like him. I'm here with it.
Beating a dead horse. Last thing here is Xander Bogaerts is already moving to second base in the second year of his 11-year deal.
They're spending $1 billion on shortstops, and not one of them is playing shortstops.
Well, that's a very
Machado wasn't a shortstop.
Yeah, but he wanted when he left. Was it L.A.? He's like, I want to go play shortstop.
That's great.
That's
he
great.
wasn't a shortstop.
But the other one that you're referring to,
has a Gold Glove.
He's now
has a platinum glove.
I get it, but it's just hilarious that they signed when they signed them all. They were like, shortstop. No.
Okay.
I don't think they saw Machado as a shortstop.
Yeah, more so. Machado saw Machado as a shortstop. All right, that's around the league. Nate, take it away with our head-to-head that you hope will be quick.
It should be quick. There's 2 ways we could do this. So we got 9 options here. Okay. You guys can either guess 1 to 9, or we just go back and forth, and you have to go in order, and whoever gets the most. Okay. We're doing most Gold Gloves all time. So these are your positions 1 to 9.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm either saying we can go. You guys both have to guess at pitcher until you get it, or you can pick yours and move all over.
I think I'd be more so down to just.
Sorry, is it all positions?
Yeah, 1 to 9.
1 to 9.
Wait.
So is it like is 1 the most ever at pitcher? 2 is the most ever at first?
No.
Oh,
no. Most Gold Gloves at each position. 1 to 9. Positions are 1 to 9.
Got it. Okay, so I was thinking you meant like the 9 most all time.
So it's like Brandt's like all-time home run thing by position, but just Gold Gloves. Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm saying, do you want to you can go jump around positions, or do you want to go in order?
No, I feel like we should
jump around will probably be better.
Jump around will probably be better.
Yeah, I think we can jump around
all right. So Brandt won last, I think.
I know the pitcher, but I
don't
can't
think
remember
which
fucking one it was.
No, we don't need strikes.
I'm getting the 2 confused right now. I'm just gonna go. Was it Brooks Robinson at third, right?
Yes. I'm just putting who won at the base. He has 16. I believe that is second most all time.
Okay. Um, is I'm probably gonna lose this. Is center field Andrew Jones?
It is not.
Fuck. Okay, I know he had like 10.
Only one of these positions is in single digits.
Okay.
Really?
Yep.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Is catcher Yachty?
Nope.
Okay.
Come on, guys. There's
I
a
got one.
couple semi-recent guys, but like
I believe it. I just thought Yachty was a slam dunk.
I was like really confident in Andrew Jones, like, because I know he had like a run of like 9.
I was.
Andrew Jones played more recently than everyone on this list.
Oh,
Fucking didn't he retire in
Like
like 13?
his career ended more recently than anyone
Okay.
on this list, is how I should have put that.
Okay.
time.
If you guys in that same time frame. Yeah.
Is it the at that position they won it?
It all of these guys you will think of at this
Okay.
position. There's
Okay.
none.
Um,
And these are all household names. Like,
is shortstop Ozzie Smith?
yeah,
Okay.
13.
That's what I thought.
Is the pitcher Tom Glavine?
Do you want to fucking
No.
say my name right, you motherfucker? Jesus Christ.
Never mind. I know.
My name was Nonar on that fucking page there. Jesus, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, it was bad.
All right.
I was typing behind my mic, so I couldn't see what I was actually
Fair.
hitting.
That's fair. Is second base Omar Vizquel?
No.
He's a shortstop.
You know what?
Is the pitcher Greg Maddox?
There you go.
There it
Most all
is.
time with 18.
I knew it was one of the three. I couldn't remember which one it was.
I don't know what I'm doing because it's supposed
Sorry,
to
I've been looking this thing up the whole time. Manny Machado did not this, not related. Manny Machado played 37 games at short in his first year in San Diego.
Okay.
They tried him and they were just like,
Yeah.
Yo, who?
Yeah, I've been looking up the answers the whole time, Connor.
Who's like? I'm trying to just remember like who's a super good first baseman, like defensively. Like, I'm also trying to think of.
This is the first time I've went back to the page and I didn't realize Nate was putting our names in for the fucking positions.
I mean, he said that, but that's like.
I know. I was so
I need to
focused on
Google this for
Machado.
1 sec. I'll give you guys give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll give it to after yours, Connor.
Center field Willie Mays.
There you go.
Okay.
Can you
What
write that in?
year
I'm
was
gonna
the
add
Gold
page.
Glove invented?
I don't know. Like these are, I think there's one more guy from like Willie Mays. I guess
Oh,
Brooks.
really? Okay.
There's one more guy from Willie Mays era, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, this guy was not
Makes sense.
not a Hall of Famer. Okay, so of the guys left, well, that's two of them have never been in the Hall of Fame.
Is no. No, it's not. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Is the catcher Gary Carter?
Catcher Pudge Rodriguez.
Yes.
That was my fucking other guess too. God damn it. That just didn't make sense to me. I thought he was more of an offensive catcher.
Honestly, I did too. I just kind of guessed it. Like, okay.
So what do we got? We get first, second,
left and right.
You could make an argument that all of them should be in the Hall of Fame.
Is Barry Bonds left field?
Barry Bonds is left field.
Is he really? Okay. Honestly, in my head, I'm like, Ricky played for 25 years. He might have had enough. Like,
Barry Bonds
now.
also
okay.
Barry Bonds also the only one in single digits.
Who's that?
Barry
Bonds with 8.
Really? Okay.
Pudge had 13. I don't think I said that.
Okay. with gold gloves.
My brain is turned off on second base. I don't know about you, Connor.
I the distant memory. Is it Craig Biggio at second base?
It is
Oh,
not.
thank
Okay.
God that was going to be my pick.
'Cause that was just like-
I can't think of fucking second baseman to save my life.
Okay, do you guys want hints?
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you want? You want me to give you like the team
Sure.
for
That
each of
might
them?
help.
That a few of them played for multiple teams. I'll give you the team you're gonna think of them on, I think.
Okay.
First base, you're gonna think of with the Mets.
All right, I'm
Second
okay.
base,
Oh, okay, I got it.
you're gonna think of with the Jays.
Oh,
Right
Second
field,
base,
you're gonna
Robbie
think of
Alomar.
with the Pirates. Yeah, that's why I said not ever
Okay.
been to the Hall of Fame.
okay. I feel like so the right
He's
field
already
is
in
with
the
the
Hall of Fame.
Pirates. Right field's with the Pirates. First base with the Mets.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I think
right
I-
field was the
Didn't
Pirates?
didn't
Right
he
field was
get
the
his
Pirates.
plaque removed from the Hall of Fame?
I think he did.
No, he just got removed from the J stuff, but he's still technically in the Hall of Fame.
Here's
Oh,
the
I thought
thing.
they took him out of the Hall of Fame. That's why I said that way.
Here's the thing. Is I think I know both, but I'm more confident in right field. But I want to say the first baseman just to go off my continuous usage of the encyclopedia for usage.
See, you have a way to play this because if you think Brant knows one of the two, you got to pick the one you think he doesn't know, or he does know, and then you get the other one.
I think he knows. I think he knows the right field. But
I think I know both, but I'm not
do you
certain.
know- Do you know the first baseman? Oh wait, what's the score?
I don't think I do.
They
but I
were
might.
pretty easy hints.
Oh fuck, I'm down, so I gotta actually.
You got to win both these. That's what I'm saying,
I
Connor.
gotta win both these. You said he's with the Pirates.
Yep.
And he's a right fielder.
Yep.
If this is wrong, I'm just leaving the podcast. It's Roberto Clemente.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Brant, do you know the first baseman? I don't think you do. I don't think you do, buddy.
I can't think of a lot of Mets. I gotta be honest. I got one in my head, but it doesn't make sense. I don't think he played first.
Say it, buddy. Come on now.
It's
continue.
not Lenny Drake. Like
No,
Lenny
don't give
Dykstra.
him
He
Lenny
stuff.
played the
Dykstra.
outfield.
Lenny Dykstra's a
Philly.
Philly.
He played for the Mets.
Yeah, I don't think of
little
him
bit.
as a Met.
Okay, Brant, come on.
Played the outfield though.
Brant, you got this.
I've only got one name in my head,
You're a
and
champion.
I keep thinking he's an outfielder, and I'm pretty sure he's an outfielder, but I'm just gonna go down with it. Is it Darryl Strawberry?
He is an outfielder.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
The first baseman, I swear, I'm so confident if I'm wrong here, I'm again leaving the podcast. The first baseman, color analyst for the New York Mets, Keith Hernandez.
Yep.
Is it really? I would have never got that.
He's got 11.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I wanted that was the only hint I could really give you guys, and it was made it pretty
Yeah, I
easy.
wouldn't have got that. Connor played that right because I 100% knew fucking Clemente. That was an easy one.
Brant's streak is over. I have come back. I have returned to my throne.
I am sorry, Brett, 'cause I did kind of tell him not to play it or to play it that way. So
Yeah, you did kind of give him help there.
Hey, Brant.
He was going for the fucking first
Here's the
baseman
thing.
too, and I
Here's
would
the
have given
thing.
it
Here's
away.
the thing. I was probably gonna go for the first baseman, and then I looked at the score, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm down. I just gotta get get the point.
I
Like,
should have had catcher.
whoever
That was
won,
fucking stupid.
whoever won the one had it.
Who
Did you guess at catcher? Gary Carter?
he
Yeah, it
said
was stupid.
He said Gary Carter. Yeah.
It just Pudge didn't make sense to me. I don't know why.
All right.
Pudge had less than Yachty, or more than Yachty.
Yeah, like 13.
Because
How many did Yachty have?
Yachty got caught in the era like Posey and all that.
Posey never beat him.
Punch had 13. I'll look up Yachty right now.
Well, because Yachty,
I don't think Yachty got this double digits.
Yachty was like 8, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
he had one.
Yachty was 9.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's a four-time platinum glove. Jesus.
Yeah. I just remember him with the gold fucking Rawlings logo. I think in my head, I just think of him as the Gold Glove.
All right.
Sorry, who was the shortstop? Oh, it was Ozzy.
Ozzy.
The wizard.
Just because I'm looking this up right now.
Mm.
National League. You wanted the first year? 57, it says.
What's that? Oh, the first year that it was.
Yeah.
See, because when we were talking catcher, I'm like, was it Yogi Berra? But I didn't think the Gold Glove existed then.
Yachty won fucking 8 in a row.
Jesus.
I think that's why mentally I just assumed he won more.
Mm-hmm.
Can you want to hear some of these names?
Hmm?
Martin had one in 07.
Okay.
That's crazy to me. Right before Yeti's run. Next one that wasn't Yeti was 2016, Buster Posey.
Hmm.
Tucker Barnhart in 2017. Yeti again in 18. JT, Barnhart, Stallings, JT, Moreno.
Oof. That's wild.
Yeah. Weird.
Tucker Barnhart?
Hmm.
Twice?
He's got 2 Gold Gloves.
Huh. That's wild. We're done, right?
Yeah. That's all we got.
Well, we'll be without Nate next week.
Mm-hmm. I'll be in my new office.
I'll be jealous.
Sorry, boys.
Nate's got it. Nate, you
Not
gotta
actually sorry.
Nate, you gotta do like a call in from the game.
A call in from the game.
You gotta be our sideline reporter. You
I
gotta
don't
be
think
our
we're going to
Ben
be recording
Nicholson.
when the game's on.
You gotta be our Ben
honest.
Nicholson Smith.
Buddy, it's in Detroit. No one's gonna be there. Like, you don't
In
reports
Detroit.
on
When do the Jays play
at
Detroit?
Detroit, I mean. It's in Detroit's minor league complex.
Did they play the
I
Jays?
think it's Tuesday. Yeah. You want reports on like Vogie and Escobar? Because that might be all I can get you.
That'd be great. Could you do that?
Sure.
Well, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. We will. Well, Connor and I will see you next week, and Nate will see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Cheers.